I was thinking that before I came. All right, good morning, guys, from Bangor, Maine. We spent the night here at this lovely rundown motel, and we stayed for 4th of July fireworks last night on the waterfront of Bangor. Interesting town. We only made it to one bar. I'm not even going to give them the honor of putting the name out there, only because Chris and I well, let's put it this way. Chris and I decided to carry a flag from the waterfront back to the bar, you know, getting into the spirit, doing our patriotic duty, feeling very American on an American holiday. I think we only got one beep on the road for carrying the flag. Nobody else cared or were completely indifferent. And then the only negative interaction we had were two people that decided to mock us and start a verbal altercation, which ended in a bouncer at the front of a bar, and we weren't even in the bar at the time, ask us not to come into the bar, interestingly enough. So I wouldn't say this is the most patriotic town I've ever been in. In fact, I would say it's just the opposite, and not my favorite place, so I'm not going to recommend it. And if you're from Bangor, Maine, you know, well, fix your town. So anyway, we're moving forward. We're going to head down to Bar Harbor now. Bar Harbor is, I guess, the equivalent of like Martha's Vineyard or maybe a Newport, Rhode Island for Northeasterners, and hoping for a better experience, more positive. I would never come back to Bangor, Maine, and I also didn't like Portland. So both city experiences, and maybe I'm showing my age as a result, but yeah, people can be jerks sometimes for no other reason than to provoke you into an altercation. And I'm not going to get into the details of it, but that's all there is to say. So we will see you at our next spot as we continue our journey, and that's it for the day. That's our next destination across the Penobscot River. That's Fort Knox, but not the Fort Knox you think. So gotta go take a look at that. Yeah, there's an observatory up there. Local memory of the humiliation of Maine at the hands of the British during the American Revolution and again during the War of 1812 contributed to subsequent anti-British feeling in eastern Maine. Fort Knox never saw battle, though it was manned during times of war. Thomas Lincoln Casey supervised work on the fort, including adapting the batteries to use the recently invented Rodman cannon, and oversaw its completion. The fort today is distinguished as one of the best preserved and most accessible forts in the United States. Virtually all of the fort is open to the public. I feel like I'm in the setting of an Assassin's Creed video game. Brick archways, random boxes stacked in corners, jumping points available for quick assassinations. Yeah, it'd be fun to cosplay this, huh? So if I have anybody that's familiar with Maine or is from Maine, explain to me what a lobster pound is. Is that like a synonym for restaurant? Does it have something to do with the weight of the lobster that's become a more established term? I have no idea, but I see lobster pound all over the place. How you doing, man? I've never actually seen the process. I'm from Maryland, so I wanted to look, yeah. What are you putting in there now, the lobster or clams?
Lobster.
Lobster. You don't mind if I look, do you? These are the Great Meadow Wetlands of Acadia National Park. I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know how far this goes, but I think that this is it. Possibly can move a little further here. So this is the wetlands area, and it's pretty cool. Right behind me is a beaver dam. They have lily pads, and not too many people out here. Very peaceful.
The smelly Maryland walrus emerges from his hole. He is oftentimes hungry, most of the time reeking of various odors.
A little cold, huh? I think she's a little cold. This is exactly how I imagined Maine would look like. Cold and miserable. You guys know how those videos do that reality versus perception? So this is the perception. Like, I'm here on this lonely beach, no one's here. The reality is quite different. There's at least 300 people behind me, and I thought Acadia was just meant for me. All right, I've actually found the first cool spot at Acadia. These cliffs are awesome, and yeah, I'm getting really close here to the edge. The beach is full of like boulders, and of course it's foggy, but you get over that. But there's other people around here. I'm gonna head down a little bit more and see if I can get better video. You want to come up to the top there? You got it. Look at you. These are all the people here waiting for Thunder Hole. How would I describe Thunder Hole? It's like a big toilet that doesn't flush all the time. Look at that view. It's Chris's nose and fog. Beautiful fog. I think it's gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful fog. I mean, this would look really, really nice if it weren't an overcast day. I'm sure there's plenty of colors hiding under this gray. I'm a poet and don't even know it. Well, here we see another coastline in Acadia with a visibility range of maybe no more than 500 feet, 1,000 feet. I don't know. But you can't see what's out there at all.
I thought that said 4 miles.
So we're climbing to the top of the bubbles. And another reminder that I need to get in better shape. All right, we're almost there, I think. This is pretty cool. It's like, what's his name? Sisyphus, right? The Greek legend. He had to keep pushing the rock back and up and down the mountain.
Oh yeah.
Well, we made it to Bubble Rock, and it wasn't too bad a hike, being only a quarter of a mile, but it was all uphill. I don't know how many tons this thing is, but if it would fall, it would make quite an indentation down there in the valley. All right, so after hiking all day,
tired.
After hiking all day and riding around that loop all day, it's time to go to Bar Harbor, try to find some entertainment, some beer, some food. This way, and we're almost here. So hopefully it's not like completely packed again. I'm sure it will be, but nothing you can do about it. It's summer, baby. Everybody loves the summer. Everybody loves the summer. Well, welcome to Bar Harbor. This is the jewel of vacation spots in north central Maine. And we're just stopping over here for a little while. We're going to grab a bite to eat after being in Acadia for most of the day. And not going to check out too much. I think we're both tired and probably going to head now into New Hampshire and Vermont again. Start our southwest journey home. But it's been fun up here in the Northeast, so having a ball. And yeah, Chris just appeared to my right here.
Bahaba.
Bahaba, yeah.
Bahaba.
Lobster bruschetta. I know Krista would die for this. She absolutely loves bruschetta. But with the addition of lobster, imagine the possibilities, guys. Oh my god. All right, now we got some lobster ravioli here. So look at that. That looks really exciting. Don't you guys wish you were me right now? Chris got the haddock burger. Looking good. I can't get any better than this. I've been here now for a couple days, but I have not had anything with blueberries in it. This is blueberry pie, and Maine is known for its blueberries. They tend to be smaller. The harvest season tends to be shorter, and they tend to be sweeter, used primarily in baked goods. I'm sorry for the shadow, but I'm not turning around. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is quintessential Maine, my guy. Look at this. I think they're closed, but even so, look at all the buoys on there, on the lobsters. Yeah, baby. I think you can even buy them, dude. Lobster buoys. Good morning, folks. Day 5, day 4. I've kind of forgotten. I just found out that right up the street from us, about 12 minutes, is the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. So, kind of excited just to get a look. I think I've been to more speedways than I've actually attended NASCAR events, just because they're always on the way to somewhere. Saw Bristol a couple years ago. Just started getting into NASCAR a little bit more seriously. Went to Dover. Hey, I'll be in the Poconos next week for the Tricky Triangle. But anyway, there we go. Pretty cool. How bizarre is it to be here in July after the NASCAR Cup Series and to see Joey Logano's car down on the way to Bar Harbor, and then come over, shoot into New Hampshire, and realize that the Speedway is right where you're going to be. Pretty cool. Well, what would be a day without a visit to another cemetery? Today we are visiting the gravesite of Franklin Pierce, 14th President of the United States. drinking?
Be right back
Thank
with the
you.
utensils.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
Look at that. Look at this. This is cornbread with maple butter, and it comes. Look at this. Hold on. In a cast iron skillet.
It's so hot.
It is hot. Yeah. Everything looks so good. Brisket. Here we go with the maple cornbread. Okay, that's really good. Sometimes you're more than awesome, you're wicked awesome.
Welcome to New Hampshire.
Now we're back in New Hampshire. You have your lights on?
No. Now it does.
Take the next right onto New Hampshire 12A South.
What did you do this weekend? Well, we just went over the longest two-span covered bridge in the world. Beat that. Well, this is one of the most beautiful views I've seen since we've been on our excursion for the past 5 days up the northeast coast. We're in Vermont right now, Brownsville Cemetery. So we're here to check out the grave of Charles Bronson. He's buried here at Brownsville Cemetery. If you don't know who Charles Bronson is, you're probably too young.
You believe in Jesus? Yes, I do. Well, you're going to meet him. You keep talking, I'm going to take your head off.
If you do know who Charles Bronson is, you're probably too old to be watching my videos. This is one of the more unique graves I've ever seen, with a large stone right at ground level. And we got a horse head over there. What's the significance of that? Did he ride horses?
He's in the Magnificent Seven. That little trophy-looking thing is his character from Magnificent Seven. And then somebody left a 357 round.
Let's see. Show it to me. Nice. What's the trophy say? What's the trophy say?
Bernardo O'Reilly, the Magnificent Seven.
Oh, okay.
The poem that's on his gravesite is a really common one.
Yeah, I see it all the time. Charles Bronson is also probably one of the most famous Lithuanian Americans in the acting business, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
During his time. And since we're Lithuanian Americans, we wanted to come and honor Charles Bronson, so here it is. I think he definitely needs a Lithuanian flag on here, which we didn't bring. Stopping as we do, we are in Grafton, Vermont now, and we're headed into the Grafton Inn. This place was built in 1801, and this is on Chris's bucket list of old pubs and taverns. See anything interesting?
We're here. So we're in
Southern Vermont. Are we there yet?
That's a state historic site. Where does it feel like that you are here?
Here's the lineage of innkeepers that own the place.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
I've never seen anything like that before.
Look, and it was taken over by a foundation. It's not even owned by a person.
Wow.
Are we able to get a drink at the bar?
No, I'm sorry, we don't open.
And they're not open for business, so in and out, very quick. But nice looking historic building. Oh, we found the Squeaks house. Don't even know what this is, but we did see an interesting sign that I'm going to show you in a second, and that's what made us stop.
Oh my god.
What?
Here lies Count Dracula.
Oh, you had me going. Let's go to the Squeaks house.
Go on, man, go in.
That's okay.
What do they got in there? Seagram's Escapes? How's it look?
Hey, why don't you go take a closer look?
Look, it's still burning.
What's that?
How is this not condemned? Look at this. They have a moat.
That's the basement. The foundation is crumbling.
Trey, you should call this guy and ask him what their the asking price is.
What the asking price is? Yeah, I just need a new project.
Look, somebody shot out the window.
It's for all my crunchy followers. If you guys are in Londonderry and you want a good maple soft serve, this is the place to come, Mike and Tammy's. I'm finally getting my maple soft serve ice cream. Maple soft serve ice cream, Vermont style. Right across from me in that parking lot is where Jake Burton worked to perfect his original snowboard design. The founding of Burton Snowboards became a worldwide success story, and snowboards became popular soon after everywhere. That's a huge mountain right there for Vermont.
Yeah, you don't expect something in a small state like that.
We have made our way down the southwest stretch of Vermont into Bennington, and we are here in Bennington, Vermont, looking for Robert Frost's grave, and it is raining on our heads. There it is right here. Little sign. Keep going for Robert Frost. Robert Frost. Check this out, guys. He's got the right idea, yeah. Right here. It's right here. Here we go.
My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sound's the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep.
Robert Frost is someone I think that, at least among English majors like myself, coming out of college, we read a lot of Robert Frost. I read a lot of him in literature and American poetry, and yeah, he has some great verse, and he was the poet laureate of Vermont, and he left a lasting impression upon New England writers. He was definitely a father of modern verse and stands head and shoulders among many of his contemporaries. So this is definitely a grave site worth visiting if you find yourself in Bennington.
Take the next right onto Monument Circle.
Want to go to Chair Village?
Yes. Roadside oddities, that's what we're all about. The chair that was made for giants. Here we are in Hoosick Falls, New York. Just over the line of Vermont into New York, we have the town of Hoosick Falls, and this is one of the largest chairs I've ever seen. I was totally just screwing around about buying this chair, but apparently you can order it for $69,000 plus shipping. It's 7 times the size of the chairs that they sell here. The chair itself weighs 6,000 pounds with 400 pounds of screws and bolts.
$350 for those chairs?
Yeah, they're all wood.
I bet people still know.
All right, this is one of those uniquely cool stops that we just kind of brainstormed as we were coming up here. Uncle Sam, yes, Uncle Sam's grave site. The iconic figure of World War I and World War II was based on an actual person. His name was Sam Wilson. Remember Sam Wilson from the Avengers, the Falcon? Yeah, well, this is the real Sam Wilson. The thought is Uncle Sam from Troy, New York, supplied the soldiers during the War of 1812 with meat that he packed in barrels, and he marked with the letters U.S. for United States. That moniker stuck with him and became Uncle Sam. The question I have in my mind, because it's not very clear, is whether he was Uncle Sam from the beginning or he put the U.S. on there and became Uncle Sam. Was he really called Uncle Sam prior to that stamping of the barrels? I don't really know. Depending on what you read, you kind of get that ambiguity, I guess. It says that some of the soldiers already knew him from the Troy area that were in the War of 1812 and so vouched for him and may have called him Uncle Sam before. But either way, the moniker stuck. Here, Chris, put the flag on. Not too far from Oakwood Cemetery is Albany Rural Cemetery. Here lies the body of Chester A. Arthur, our 21st president.
You've been to the world's largest spur in Abilene. You've been to the world's largest
Chili pepper.
pistachio. You've been to the world's largest chili pepper. Now you get to see the world's largest nipper statue.
Well, we didn't stay in Albany long because, quite frankly, Albany looks terrifying. And the one bar Chris wanted to go to was supposed to be an old tavern. We went there and it looks like they converted it into a crack house. So we're fleeing the city, heading south. We might head to Poughkeepsie. But we're going to go down the Hudson and see if we can find anything notable, interesting. And stay tuned. 5 days out, we're about done with this trip, so we're headed back south to the Mid-Atlantic. Kind of still in New York right now, but we're going to stop in Jersey City one last time. I want to try Raza. It's one of these wonderful Jersey pizza places that you hear all about. Impossible to actually get reservations, but you can get carry-out, so I want to get some carry-out pizza. And then that's basically going to end this trip. So it's been a good one. 5 days. How many presidents? How many declaration signers?
4 and 9.
4 presidents.
9 signers.
4 presidents, 9 signers. A whole bunch of other fun stuff along the way. Got to see the coastline of Maine. A lot of the coastline. Stopped in Boston. Stopped at Cheers. We were out. Newport. Yep. We were out. We were out and about. So get that pizza. I got Raza Pizza here. Very excited. We're just eating in the car through Jersey City. Really excited about this one because this one has been on my bucket list and haven't had a chance. So, first bite. It's very, very good. Definitely worth the stop here in Jersey City.
Background sirens.
I know. All right, we got some pepperoni next. Some Parmesan on there. Oh, look, it came out like a big ball. So, punch that up. This is so good. It's got that singe on the back. Man, I wish I could find pizza like this in Maryland. I hope you enjoyed this 6-part road trip to the Northeast. New England is full of fun things to do and important markers of historical value that made this country possible. I challenge you to hop in your vehicle and get lost on the back roads and byways of some of the oldest country in our nation. And while you're at it, make sure to like and comment on this video and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with all my latest content. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you soon.